Shalom, all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Bahasham, Rachab, Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the Great Millstone, and salutations to all you sincere Akian. And once again, we are doing another video, basically, at this point in time, with prophecy jumping out of the pages and with the end so close. It should not come as a shock to anybody, as the title says. It should not be a surprise to you that Esau Edom, which is the so-called red man that is ruling over the earth today, is the devil. Okay, and the inspiration for this video was basically, on the group chat, the brothers posted a documentary going into, the production of the, the juicy juice, right? And it always goes back to that. You want to see the greatest example of Esau Edom and how he truly behaves. Esau Edom in action, the lies, deceit, bloodshed, rape, robbery, and murder. It can all be encapsulated in, the global infection, right? The quote unquote PL pandemic, right? That they created on the earth, a few years ago. It had all the characteristics and all the highlights of Esau's, all the characteristics of Esau Edom. Rape, robbery, murder, right? Deceit, lies, and destruction and death. And basically in that documentary, they were talking about how they had put proteins from, the HIV virus, right? And people were, and basically somebody was putting on this video like they were so shocked to hear that now. And the first thing that got me thinking was that, the men of the Lord have been talking about this for years now. We've been talking about how, Esau Edom is putting all kinds of things in, all kinds of things in this jab, all kinds of things in this juicy juice. And one of the things includes that, the virus, the HIV virus, okay? But I guess you still have people out there that are ignorant of who these devils are and how they truly operate, okay? And they're okay, but so that's why I have this precept right here. That's why I'm doing this video. It should not come as a shock to you anymore that Esau Edom is the devil. This is why we call Esau Edom the devil, the so-called red man that is ruling over the earth. 2 Thessalonians 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. And that's the point right here. Right now we are at the time of the revealing of Esau Edom, and he has been revealed to be the man of sin, the son of perdition, because it's not just one man, okay, but the whole nation, the whole world right now, the whole earth is being plagued by the rulership of Esau Edom, including the people of Esau Edom as well, from the elites to the lowest level Edomites, and the whole nation is guilty, okay? Not just one Edomite or the 1%, but the whole nation of Esau Edom is guilty, because even the scriptures tell you that the Most High Yahweh is a judge of the nations, okay? So not just one individual, but the whole nation is guilty, and even more so, as the ruler is, so is the people, okay? And as the ruler, and as you see the conduct of the rulers of Esau Edom, the elites of Esau Edom, and that's the same conduct which even these low-level Edomites have, and majority of our people as well, because we already know that 2/3 of our people have gone after the way of Esau Edom. So continuing on, 2 Thessalonians 2, verse 4, who opposed and exalted himself above all that is called God, all that is worshipped, so that he as God seated in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God, okay? And I would like to read this literally because it shows you, the pride of Esau Edom. He's trying to put himself in the position of the Most High Yahweh, in the position of the angels, and in the position of you Israelites as well, because Esau Edom is still jealous about the fact that he lost his birthright, okay? Or rather that he did not, or rather that the birthright was never his in the first place, because as the scriptures say, as they struggled together in the womb, and those were twins, right? I know that the birthright, the firstborn of those twins, is always the one that comes out first, but for the most part they were born at the same time. So the birthright was never Esau Edom's, because from the beginning it belongs to the Israelites, okay? through their forefather Jacob. Now you're starting to see a pattern here. Okay, the birthright belongs to Jacob, but yet it's still transferred on down to his children, which are the 12 tribes of Israel. And you have Israelite camps out there that will acknowledge that, the birthright and the causes, okay, the birthright of our people, you know, it's the birthright of our forefather Jacob, it applies to us as well. But they will not acknowledge that the causes that were fell on Esau, Edom, and even the Christians as well, and the evil that fell on Esau, Edom, that it does not apply to his children as well, which is actually not the case, okay? And you even have one blogger that came up out to say that, the curses are not hereditary, right? That it only applied to those that made the agreement when Moses was on the Mount Sinai, and that we as a people are no longer under the curses. But yet, here you have our people fulfilling every single one of those curses in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. But you still want to have people believe that we're not under the curses, even though the curses are affecting us and destroying our people every day, as the scripture said that what the curses shall chase thee, come over thee and overtake you until thou be destroyed. And is that not what is happening to us to this day? Okay, so that's basically what I wanted to get about that. But right now we are in the times where Esau Edom is being revealed for the whole world to see. The devil is being unveiled, okay? The skirt is being uncovered, and all his secret things has been. Let me see if I can get that. All his secret things are being exposed. I'm forgetting the exact piece of where this is going to be. That piece of where this is in. I believe it should be the book of Obadiah, or either the book of Obadiah or Malachi, where it talks about Esau Edom being exposed. Okay, let me get that. Here it is. Obadiah 1 verse 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? Okay. And right now, this is the time that we're in right now, so it should not come as a shock or a surprise to anybody that these devils are being exposed. And it should also not come as a shock to you that Esau Edom, the so-called red man that is ruling over the earth, that he is the devil which the Bible speaks of. And if we go into the etymology, which of course we do a lot, but just for a refresher's sake, I'm going to use the book of John. I believe that is John 8 and 44. Okay. How to go into this word, and we're going to the word devil in the etymology. Just to bring out the word, okay. John 8 and 44. You find out that the devil is not that the devil that is being talked about or spoken about in the scriptures is not just the spiritual demon Satan, okay, but rather even his human counterpart on the earth, which is Esau Edom, okay. Here it is. Devil Strong's G 1228, and we'll play that audio.
Strong's G 1228.
Diabolos, and it is prone to slander, slanderous, accusing falsely, a calumniator, false accuser, slanderer, metaphor applied to a man who, by opposing the cause of the Most High, Yahweh Bashami or Shai, may be said to act the part of the devil or to side with him. So even this word is used metaphorically to refer to individuals, to men on the earth, and the major devil, okay, which the Bible speaks of is Esau Edom, okay, because he is the one that is ruling on the earth right now, and he's the one that is bringing the whole world into ruin, and he is the wicked which the Bible speaks of. So that is your Malachi 1, 3 and 4, okay, and so many other pieces that goes into it, and you see the characteristics of Esau Edom on full display. And let's get that. Let's start from there. Micah, I believe it's Micah 3. I forgot the exact pieces of that here. Yes, Micah 2 verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hands. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. And this is exactly what Esau Edom has done all over the earth. And we can get another precept as well to to add to that. And let me go to the book of Habakkuk, the second chapter. Okay, Habakkuk 2 verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Okay, the devil himself, Esau Edom, and this is what he does. He oppresses a man in his heritage, and he takes his land from him and destroys the people through deceit, lies, and wickedness, which is why the scriptures say, through unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And this is how Esau, this is how this devil, the so-called red man that is ruling over the earth, got his power. Okay, and he will even go as far as to make another level of deceit by telling you that he got his power, he got his rulership, fair and square, basically, making himself seem to be, the benevolent one, or that he had to conquer the people because they were savages, right? Because they had no idea, they did not know what they were doing, because they were cannibals and so on and so forth. And that's what he said about the Native American Indians. But yet you have, relics being dug up to show the civilization, to show the civilization that Gad and Reuben and the rest of the northern kingdom had in the Americas. Okay, the same thing in the southern kingdom as well. Here in West Africa, where majority of our people were taken in slave ships via the transatlantic slave, to Babylon the Great. Okay, showing you the lies and the deceit of Esau Edom, which is the main characteristic of this devil, that he is a liar. So let's go to the book of John 8:44. When I have so many more to bring out, but we'll start from here. John 8:44, the major characteristic of Esau Edom. The main thing these Edomites love to do is to lie. Okay. John 8:44, ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. And this is the same priest that we better that word for devil for. And in this case, it is a metaphor applied to a man, and that man being Esau Edom, the whole nation of Esau Edom. And we'll get this as well. Psalm 58 verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth her ear. And basically, this is once again Esau Edom. The wicked are estranged from the womb, because Esau Edom is the wicked. As the scriptures say, the word of his mouth is smoother than butter, but war was in his heart, right? Okay, smoother, so like, yeah. The word of his heart was smoother than butter. Psalm 55. Psalm 55 verse 21. The word of his mouth was smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. And this is the deceit that Esau Edom uses in order to destroy our people, okay? Where he will come in peaceably and speak peaceably unto our people, or rather, in his heart, in his actions, he's preparing to evil, a great evil against our people, which is why the book of Ecclesiasticus, the 12th chapter, tells you, never trust thine enemy. And the biggest enemy of you Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, is Esau Edom, because he's a liar. Okay, he's a deceiver, he's a false accuser, slanderer, and he's a devil, And the only thing that he can do is to destroy. That's why you have, so much rape, robbery, and murder being attributed, right, to this devil. Okay, and all throughout history, you see the legacy that Esau Edom has on the earth, the legacy that the so-called red man that is ruling over the earth has all throughout history, from the start of Alexander the Greek, right, which is their which is their first taste of rulership. It is a legacy of rape, robbery, and murder, which is why if you go into the book of First Maccabees, and we'll go and get that, even the scriptures tell you that as soon as Alexander the Greek became a ruler, as soon as Esau Edom started in their rulership, that evils began to multiply on the earth even more than when the Babylonians were in rulership, even more than when the Persians were in rulership, and evils became so much more abundant on the earth. So let's get this. First Maccabees 1 verse 7. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died, and his servants bare rule everyone in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth because Esau, Edom, was in rulership. Okay, these devils were in rulership, and this devil, okay, Esau, Edom, he is the once again he is the wicked according to the Bible. So we just go and get that one as well because I haven't even actually said this or brought this out. Malachi 1 verse 1. The burden of the word of Yahweh to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith Yahweh. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith Yahweh? Yet I loved Jacob. And this is where all your church pastors and mega church pastor types will stop because that is all they want to get. Yet I love Jacob, okay? And now you Christians out there in the world, all the body of believers, you now belong to this house of Jacob, even though the scriptures clearly tell you that when the Bible speaks of Jacob or Israel, it's talking about the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. In other words, the descendants of Jacob, okay, the blood descendants, and not whatever terminology you want to use to try to graft yourself in, even though your bloodline through your father's side does not go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Now, this is the next point. I will have to peel your ears. You have to peel your ears and pay attention in order to hear this part. Malachi 1 verse 4. And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. So the Most High Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh is, has already spoken it here that he hates, and the people that he hates is Esau, Edom, his mountains, the mountain of Seir, which is their homeland, his heritage, which includes his lands, his properties, and of course his seed line. But now continuing on, Malachi 1 verse 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished. In other words, the whole house of Edom, not just one man. Okay, because these Wakitake Christians as well, especially these Christian scholars would want you to believe that the curse only fell upon Esau, Edom. That's the main reason why I'm seeing you see these people, you see these men, these new this new doctrine that is going out that the curses only fell on those who made the oral agreement with the Most High Yahweh Basham Yahushai. And it's another avenue for Jake to try to use to say the so-called Edomite, the so-called white man can be saved. Because if the curses that fell upon our people only apply to those that made the verbal covenant with the Most High Yahweh Basham Yahushai, and that means that Esau Edom can also be, that means that the curses that fell on Esau Edom only fell upon Esau himself, but not the rest of his family. But yet it shows you here that the curses fell upon all of Edom, including his seed as well. Malachi 1 verse 4. Whereas Edom saith, the whole nation of Esau Edom, all the Edomites, and the nation deals with bloodline, not citizenship. Okay, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh hath indignation forever. Okay, so the Most High Yahweh Basham Yahushai has an eternal hatred for Esau Edom. Okay, because once again, they are the wicked. Okay, that's why the scriptures also say they shall be the border of wickedness forever. And that's another thing right there showing you how Esau Edom truly is the devil, because even the indignation, the curse, and the ire of the Most High Yahweh Basham Yahushai, IRE, once again, that's just another fancy term for hatred, is upon these people. They are the devil which the Bible speaks of. Every time you always sing that little song, victory, victory, macham, macham, that's a song in Nigeria, basically stomping on the devil, okay? Now, people don't realize they are singing that against this demon right here, okay? This devil right here. So this is the book of Isaiah 34, verse 5. Let me see if I can. Okay, yeah, Isaiah 34, verse 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my cause to judgment. The sword of Yahweh, and let me see this as well. The sword that is being spoken of here are the nuclear missiles, okay? That's why it says it will be bathed in heaven. Because as this missile gets launched, it flies through the clouds and it flies through the heavens and it lands upon, and we will read in the next chapter exactly where it will land. Isaiah 34, verse 5. The sword of Yahweh is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, and with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For Yahweh hath a sacrifice in Bozrah, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. And of course, Idumea is just the Greek way of saying Esau, Edom. And Bozrah is a metaphor for Babylon the Great, America, because America, Babylon the Great, is going to be a great altar during the time of World War III. When you see those nuclear missiles, being launched from one part of the world to the other, from all the nuclear capable nations all over the world to America, Babylon the Great. When you see the missiles in America, Babylon the Great being launched and then going straight back down on the same nation they're in the same land that had launched them. When you hear the destruction, when you feel the earth reeling to and fro, right, shaking from the missiles pelting Babylon the Great, when you see the smoke of the burning, okay, that's when that is this great sacrifice which the Most High Yahweh Basham Yahushua is preparing. And right now, all the wood has, basically the wood for the sacrifice is being gathered together. All that needs to happen is for fire to come down from heaven, right? As the scriptures say, the power that answereth by fire is the real power, is the real God. And the Most High Yahweh Basham Yahushua is about to do the same miracle that he did during the time of Elijah the prophet, right? I believe it was Elijah, when those servants, when those priests of Baal are taking, when the priests of Baal are taking over the worship, they are taking over the worship of for our people during the time of Ahab and Jezebel, right? Well, the Most High is about to send fire down from heaven again to consume the sacrifice. Okay, that sacrifice being Esau, Edom, the 2/3, and the residue of the heathen that are in Babylon the Great. And of course, only the elect will be delivered. Zechariah 13:8, verse 9. So, long story short, it should not be any more of a surprise to anybody that this devil, really, the devil is Esau, Edom, okay? Because, once you've been in this truth for a long time, some things start to be surprising you, like people will still believe that, people will still believe in the virgin birth. People still believe that the world was, people still believe that, that the Most High and His Son are the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit are the same. They still believe in the virgin birth. They still believe in the Trinity. So many foolish doctrines that can be easily destroyed by just reading the scriptures. Okay, so many simple doctrines that are so plain upon tables, that are so basic. Just simply reading the scriptures will give it that understanding. But we know that so many of our people, which is of course who this truth is for, right? Because what the other nations believe does not matter to us as a people, okay? So many of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, the Israelites, according to the Bible, still believe in all kinds of foolishness. Hosea 4, verse 6, Jeremiah 4, verse 22, right? The foolishness of our people, precepts going into the foolishness of our people, and of course the fact that they have rejected the Most High Yahweh by choosing evil. Hosea 4, verse 6. For my people is, Hosea 4, verse 6, my people perish for lack of. Salaki, I got cut off as I was saying. Hosea 4, verse 6, okay? Hosea 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. And we also have the same precept in the book of Jeremiah 4, verse 22. The Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahshua rejecting our people because they have refused to, increase in knowledge, okay, increase in wisdom. Jeremiah, excuse me, Jeremiah 4, verse 22. For my people is foolish, they have not known me. They are sottish children, they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge. And once again, what is highlighted here is the foolishness of our people and their willingness to go off. Okay, and let me get this as well. Let me just get this final precept that the veil of the Old Testament is still upon our people. Let me go and get that. Here it is. So this is the book of 2 Corinthians 13 verse 14. 2 Corinthians 3 verse 14. 2 Corinthians 3 verse 14. But their minds were blinded, for until this day remaineth the same veil untaken away in the reading of the Old Testament, which veil is done away in Hamashiach. And that is why, so many of our people don't understand the scriptures and can't see the simpler parts of the scriptures, the most obvious aspects of the scriptures, because the veil of the Old Testament, which is basically, the book being sealed, okay, the understanding of the scriptures being sealed, and it's being open only to those that are of the elect, okay. And 2/3 of our people are not of the elect, so 2/3 of our people will never receive the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So now to close out, and we close out with the book of Ecclesiasticus, okay. So this is the book of Ecclesiasticus 12 verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. The enemy being Esau Edom, because he is the adversary of our people, okay. In other words, he is against the nation of Israel. Two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people in thy bowels, and one shall be stronger than the other, and the elder shall serve the younger, because we are polar opposites of each other, fraternal twins in every sense of the word. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. Right? So you watch this devil and you observe and see that, he has not changed in his ways. The same Esau Edom that puts you in captivity, the same Esau Edom that, raped, robbed, and murdered your people, that almost completely wiped you off the face of the earth, is still the same Esau Edom to this day. They have not repented. They have not changed. They have not gotten better. They have not learned the error of their ways. They are still the same devil through and through. Okay? And every day that goes by, the world is seeing more and more just how big, just how much of a devil Esau Edom really is, because all his wickedness, all his evil deeds are being exposed day by day. Ecclesiasticus 12 verse 12. Set him not by thee, lest when he has overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. So with that, I'll end the video right there. All praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahawashai, Bahasham, Racha, Kwadash, Wa Abad Babal, and through the Spirit, I hope you, Akim, and your Akwata edified. Shalom.